So it's kind of been a while since you guys really seen the tanks. I've been uploading, kind of places. The last two videos have been two different places of, aquariums. And those are really cool to make. If you haven't watched those, go to the channel. They're the most recent. I think the coolest is the Bass Pro Shop one. That one's, 10 times better, but there's also the Sea Life one I did like a week after that. So those videos were kind of cool. I kind of edited them kind of cool, so they're one of the cooler videos I've made probably ever on this channel. So you can definitely check those out. But a little update. I don't know when's the last time we kind of left off, but we'll kind of go over both tanks real quick. So if you don't know, this is 20 gallons exact, rimless, obviously. Planet tank. We got the Finex SE on here, powered by a Fluval 30. Might upgrade to a 50. Who knows? The 30 is doing fine now. It's just I think I need a little more the 50 so I can hold more bacteria. Fit a little more biomedia. That's all I need. But right now it's perfectly fine with the fish I have in it and with the plants. Honestly, you don't really need any bigger. Honestly, but if we and then it's stocked with the Holy Grail, um, rare Amazon puffer, and then it got one auto sinkless, which I know that's kind of sad. I am planning on in the next month getting 20 to 25 auto sinkless, putting about half in here and half the other tank. So we'll have to wait that. There was like 5 in here. I really don't know where they went. They disappeared. So that's that. But and here he is now. He's not really camera shy anymore. We did decide to name him. His name is Bobby D. Um, it sounds like a retarded name to name a fish, but it's kind of an inside joke, and that's what it's gonna be called. My student diet that I'm gonna get, in probably the next year, is gonna be Bobby Joe. So they're both gonna have kind of similar names. But those are the two names I've kind of already prepared for those. Okay, so back up here. This is a ADA substrate. We got some serious stone action going right here. Pretty simple skate, but complex kind of at the same time. As we got the huge rock right here. This rock itself is probably 15 pounds. This is the main rock. It don't look very big until you turn to the side and realize it's really big. And then we got, to add more depth, we got these coming out, this going in, that supports that, but creates a little more depth there. Then we did have a rock back there, but that got taken out to get this Java fern narrow leaf back there, so we can have a little bush back there. But I do plan to put like a little rock like on the side, some like crush it up or something. But plant wise, we got this front carpet of MC, which is Monte Carlo. Um, it's healthy, it's growing. It's just you're wondering probably why it looks like this. That's because it literally gets buried under it, and that's what's like stopping it. If this whole tank was all MC, this would not happen, because all the substrate would actually be under. But except there's so much, it just gets blown around, and it just literally buries this MC. So it kind of sucks. It don't look very good, but it is healthy and it is growing. I mean, you could see how green if it can focus, how green some of this is, but um, I don't I don't really care for this, really. I mean, it's just there at this point. It's not dead, it's not wonderful, but it's there and it's healthy and it's growing, so it's probably triple its size since I got it, so I guess that's good. But definitely when we go to redo this tank, I'm definitely gonna like it because it's basically good. All we're gonna keep is this S Repins, the um Nana Pete right here, and then basically just carpet this entire tank, and then these two would be gone. But the rocks will be the same, but it'll be laid out a little different. You guys will see in the future. It'll look really cool. Just depending on how things work out. I don't know when that's gonna happen. The moving situation, I don't know. So that's definitely gonna happen though. Either way. So right here we got our big bush S Repins. You guys probably haven't seen this in a while. This is actually basically filled in at this point. Um, we still got some spots back here to fill in the gaps. But as you see, if we go on the top, I don't know, well, you can see it. I wanted to make this like kind of bush around this rock that curves. So that's basically what I got. Again, all these plants have kind of a brown dust. I try to keep it up as much as I can. It's just the ADA. I messed up when I first filled up this tank. It's what it is at this point. Now that I know, for next time it'll be a lot better. We just have to deal with it for now. But got the whole Esrepins really healthy. Nana Pete, we did have one right here too, but that one just kept falling out and it just wasn't working out, so I just kept this one pretty big. And then back here we got the Narrowleaf Java Fern, not buried. People might say it's buried. It's actually not. It just looks like it's buried, but the rhizome is above the substrate, so no dying there. And the Bakupa back here, I've actually trimmed. It's actually already back to the top. Without CO2, this thing grows great. And I have like 5 trimmings planted now. There's one back here, this new one, see it's not very tall. But this one right here in the front, it's curving forward. I actually just planted this one, well, not just, but maybe like a couple weeks ago, and it's already as tall as these other ones. So I'm gonna see what this back one does, and I should have a decent bush going back there now. Once it starts filling in, I might add a couple more stems right here and here, just to, give a little more bush back there. But I don't want to get too crazy. Under this we have the power sand from ADA, which just gives it, lifespan of the ADA, and it gives a little more nutrients to the plants. So it's under there. You can't see it, but it is all in this middle area, which supplies literally just these 2 back plants and maybe the Esrepins. It doesn't spread very far, but it's under there. We have a skimmer. You've probably seen this skimmer. I kind of only turn that on maybe a couple times a week, just when I see a buildup start coming in. I turn it on, clears up the surface, turn it back off. No need to keep it on, and it blows a lot. It blows a lot, which is good. But then the Amazon puffer has a hard time swimming. So yeah, Amazon puffer. I'm kind of training him right now. He can respond to responses now. So I'm getting him to. He's pretty smart actually. So he's getting pretty playful, but he's not gonna do it right now because the big old camera's in his face. But I can hand feed him now. I can do all kinds of stuff, little tricks. So I'll take a video of that stuff eventually. And then we got glass hood, then a little bit of just random plastic that's actually from a hood from an older tank that just covers his back. So just so he doesn't. It probably will never happen, but just in case if he ever tried to jump. He has jumped a couple of times, but that's because he got scared. Then we got the Fluval heater. I do dose some fertilizer. I do the Easy Green from Aquarium Co-op, and I do Flourish Excel. And yeah, that's about it. But good plant tank, it looks good. Nothing wrong with it. Pretty good looking tank. Now, I'm not going to really go over all this because, this tank is 2 years old. If you desperately want to know everything about this, you can go back. And I also have a playlist of the 20 gallon when it first got set up and kind of the process to being how it is now. So check out that series. But this is a 40 gallon, technically 38, but with the filters it's 40. Bow front, as you can see, curves. We got a custom Serious Stone scape right in the middle. Very expensive, but looks good. It fits this tank perfectly. It's it looks like it's meant to be. Like, it's just what it is. And we did have a bush of Esrepins on this tank too, but they ended up dying because I didn't have the light on for a good 2 weeks for a certain reason, and they didn't work out. It kind of sucked. They were there for like a year, but it's what it is. It kind of looks nice now that I got all seen in the front. So the only plants I got here is more needle leaf that I cut off from that tank. So I just put in the back corner, just somewhere to put it. I didn't want to waste that much Java Fern. Then we got some really healthy. Anubias does really well in this tank just because it's more with low light. This is a Fluval light, but Anubias always does really good in this tank. Obviously, it does a little more better in there because it's, a little more advanced, but except this is lower light, it does seem to grow more leaves in this tank. Then we got some Caribbean sand. This is actually I don't know what it's called. You'll see it if you ever go to the freshwater sands. They have this tan color. That's exactly what it is. There's only one color that's that color, and so you'll recognize it pretty fast. King of DIY actually has this sand in a lot of his tanks in the gallery. same filter, same. I mean, these are actually 250, so a little bit bigger. Same what you call it, heater, and then obviously fluval light. Marine land. This just keeps the surface agitated, so no buildup comes. I do have another skimmer, but I just don't. I kind of use it for parts, so no need it for this tank. But in this tank, we kind of have a mess going. I need to get some ideas of what we should do with this tank, really, stock wise. It'll probably be another while, but we got some raspberries, pork chop raspberries. We got some black neons. We got glow lights. We got round noses. We got neon tetras. Um, then we got our, big sexy over here. Where is he at? I don't know. He was just in the front. Our 3-year-old Plecto. He's about maybe 4 inches now. I don't know where he might be. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Oh, you can see his tail right there. But man, he's pretty big, but he's a good hider, that's for sure. But we kind of got this archway so fish can swim. This actually should be raised up a little higher, just kind of the pressure of the water just kind of pushing down the rocks. It kind of just it kind of just gets everything off balance sometimes. But really cool scape, definitely unique. I don't think anybody's ever made a serious escape like this with serious stones, especially with the arch and everything. And it kind of looks like what you do in saltwater, but with freshwater. So definitely a unique tank for sure. Then we got the black drop off, little backdrop. Back there we got the same back here, but this one actually came custom with black painted. It's actually not painted, it's tinted. So the back panel is actually tinted black. So works out really good. This one's actually just, it's a black paper, but it works. But yeah, that's about, really clear tanks. Both of them are really clear. You put, definitely couldn't ask for better. No algae on any of the tanks. We keep these tanks up, then they look nice. But I guess real quick, you might wonder why I have 2 filters, even though there's not a lot of fish. Well, this one houses all the bacteria. All the bacteria goes in this filter, and then all the mechanical goes in this filter. So each filter does a different purpose. So that it kind of works out nice. It would be cool to add a third one, and that'd be all the chemical. But that'd be overkill just for this tank, especially with the amount of fish. There's really no point. One is honestly enough, but I just had 2 on this tank, so we just went with it. And the timer just went off, and that's another thing. I got a timer for this tank, and this thing runs for about 7 hours now. Maybe I need to get it to 8 hours, but I just didn't want to mess with it. I just want to see it, make sure it even worked at first. So I might be making this 8 hours now, but it turns off automatically now, so that's kind of nice. Especially for a plant tank, you want to kind of have it, especially the lights automated, because any longer it can definitely algae can definitely come in a lot faster, and it can definitely ruin your tank a lot faster. These type of tanks don't matter as much because they're easy. You can get the algae off if you do have the light on for a little longer than normal. But having a timer on a plant tank is a must-have to me. But I finally did it. But he's too dark to see. But yeah, if you guys want to support me, you can go to my PayPal and donate. It helps with creating new tanks and getting all this new stuff. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.